Today I'm going to show you the 5 best corrective exercises that you can do for your shoulder posture at home. Blake Bowman here with GuerrillaZen Fitness, and today I'm going to show you how to fix your shoulder posture. Make sure that you stick around to the end of this video because I have a free posture ebook available that you're probably going to want. Alright, let's get right into the exercises. The first exercise that we're going to do is actually some myofascial release, some self-massage on the pecs. When the pecs are tight, they internally rotate the shoulder and they anteriorly rotate the shoulder, which means towards the front. So when the pecs are real tight, they pull the shoulder forward and inwards like this. We have to get rid of that tension in here. One of the easiest ways to do that is to get a ball, a massage ball like this. You can start, real light just by pressing it into your pecs like this, kind of rolling around, looking for tight spots. Do this for about 30 seconds on each side, just like this. If you already have been doing myofascial release of the pecs, you want something more aggressive, you can take that ball, put it on the ground, and then put your chest right on top of it like this, and kind of roll back and forth on it like that. And just simply apply more pressure via having your body weight on top of the ball. Lastly, I'm just showing you different things. One of my favorite ways to release the pecs is to use something like this, a percussion massager. It doesn't matter where you get these from, but basically if you turn this thing on, this is a really effective way to kind of blast the pecs and really loosen them up prior to doing any of these other postural exercises that I'm about to show you here in a second. Exercise number 2, you're going to need a resistance band. All right, these are called around and backs. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to grab a resistance band approximately shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider than shoulder width when you're first starting off with this. All right, what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs really hard, all right, and then you're going to take the band over and around so that it touches your back like this. Okay, try not to arch your lower back as you do this. All right, so we don't want to be doing this, flaring the ribs out like that. Okay, squeeze the abs really hard, squeeze the glutes really hard. Keep this whole, your rib cage and your pelvis kind of locked into each other like a cylinder, like a soda can. All right. Keep your head on, on top of your spine here, good postural position. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs. And for this, we're going to perform one set of 15 reps. What we're doing with this, by the way, is we're kind of dynamically stretching the pecs with this. Okay, so you should feel this kind of stretching out your chest. But we're also really trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together and activate the upper back musculature as we do this. All right. Main thing to keep in mind here is you want to keep the glutes and the core squeezed. If this hurts your shoulder too, you're likely grabbing the band too close together. All right. So if this hurts, try going a lot wider. All right. The wider you go, the easier this is at first. As your shoulders become more mobile and used to this exercise, you can start to narrow the grip a little bit and bring your hands in further. Exercise number 3 is very similar. We're still using a resistance band. Now what we're doing are band pull aparts, okay? These basically strengthen the upper back musculature, specifically the scapular retractors, the muscles that pinch your shoulder blades together. The more strength and tension you can strategically develop there, the more open your shoulders are going to be and the better shoulder centration you're going to have. This is a very important exercise, all right? We're going to do one set of 15 with the thumbs pointing towards one another, like this. Okay, this is how you do it. All right, we're going to do one set of 15 like this. We're going to do one set of 15 in a more neutral position with the thumbs up, like this. And then we're going to do one set of 15 with our arms pretty much in a fully externally rotated position like this with the thumbs pointing out like this. All right, so one set of 15 each. For this, kind of the same, rules apply. You don't want to be arching the back, just like in the first one that I just showed you a second ago with the band. Don't want to be arching the back. You want to be squeezing the glutes, squeezing the abs really hard to prevent that from occurring. And really what I want you focusing on is squeezing those muscles in between the shoulder blades, right? Squeezing those muscles in between the shoulder blades, trying to pinch the shoulder blades together as you pull apart like this, okay? Also, don't come back this far, right? Stop when your arms are about directly off to your side here, like that, okay? That one is pretty simple, it's very effective. All right, so for exercise number 4, we're again using the resistance band. And what these are called are neutral arm external rotations, right? Basically, grab the band about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider than shoulder width. You're going to let your arms start down low like this, shrug the shoulders up, pull them back, and then press them down the back, all right? What you're gonna do here is you're going to twist your arm into external rotation, like this, pinching the shoulder blades together behind you, really opening up the chest, and then coming back to this internally rotated position, all right? I'm gonna come up on my toes here so you can see my hands. What we're doing, we're starting with our thumbs pointing towards one another, converging. We're turning them out, pinching the shoulder blades together and externally rotating the arms, and then coming back, right? Right here. This is a really good way to train the external rotators of the shoulder, the rotator cuff, in a way that, you know, is a little bit more, you know, akin to how your arms will default when you're walking, right? A lot of people will, or standing in your standing posture, a lot of people will train the rotator cuff by doing exercises like this with this big, you know, flexion in the elbow. You're not really going to be doing that too much, this kind of motion. What we do want to be doing for shoulder posture is making the default when our arms are hanging and our elbows are extended be more externally rotated like this as opposed to this. And training in this position is the best way to do it. Remember that neurons that fire together wire together. So if we're trying to improve the shoulder posture and get the arms to default to a more neutral position when they're just hanging at our sides, like they will be when we're walking or standing, then we want to train in that position. This last one is notoriously hard. It's called a wall press, right? It's very simple to understand, but it's very hard to do, all right? What you're gonna do is you're gonna sit against a wall, just like I am right now. You want to try to keep your butt, your upper back, and the back of your head in contact with the wall. Even try to keep your lower back flat, flush against the wall the entire time, as well as your arms, okay? You're trying to keep everything plastered against the wall, like you're in a wind tunnel that's shooting your arms back and everything's plastered against the wall here, okay? Keep the abs very tight as you do this. What you're going to do is you're going to press the arms up overhead until the thumbs naturally converge above the crown of your head, and then you're gonna come back down like this, okay? The goal with this is to try to keep everything on the wall, like I said. It's very challenging to do this. The more restricted your shoulder mobility is, the more tension you have in your pecs, the more you're gonna have the propensity for things to kind of fall off the wall, like this, or your back to arch off the wall. The goal with this is to keep everything on the wall, right? That is the ideal that we're striving for with this. Understand that even if you're not doing it the exact way that we want to be striving for, the ideal way, keeping all those things in contact with the wall, if you are striving to do this that way, all right, you're trying to keep everything in contact with the wall, you're going to be activating the right musculature necessary to get benefit from this exercise. So even if you're not able to do it exactly how I just showed it, you're still going to get benefit from the movement, all right? So again, everything stays kind of flat in contact with the wall, abs squeeze very tight. You press up overhead, trying to keep everything in contact with the wall. Keep going all the way up until the thumbs converge together over the crown of your head, and then you're going to come back down. It's even difficult for me to do this. A regression of this, by the way, a way to make this easier is to do it on the floor, laying on your back with your knees bent, feet planted flat, sliding your arms along the floor instead of a wall. That's a regression. It makes the exercise a little bit easier. So if you're finding this just way too difficult to do, then give that regression a try. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're struggling with your own muscle imbalances, postural misalignments, mobility and flexibility issues, and you're not really sure which corrective exercises you should be doing to correct those things, and you want my help doing so, make sure that you apply for my coaching program. You can click this button up there. That will take you over to an application page on my website. Once you fill that out, if it looks like you'll be a good fit, we'll schedule a call together, all right? If you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do that over here. And if you want to see another video similar to today's video, check this out over there. That's it for today. We'll see you next time.